Hello and welcome to Empty Pockets, Off-Road and Overland. I'm Dylan, and today we're going to be talking about storage solutions for the Jeep XJ here. But both of these things would pretty much work in any vehicle. So let's get started. I built this rack a couple of years ago, and I'm super happy with it. But when I install the sport cage, the rack will be too wide for the bars on the roll cage to work. So what we have here is from side to side, it's about 50 inches wide. From front to back, it's about 24 inches. And from the carpet to the top, it's 14 3/4. And between this post, which is offset to make installation easier, and this post over here is about 45 inches. As you can see, all of my gear fits under there just perfectly, but there is some wasted space. Now I have tools, recovery gear, my airbag, miscellaneous stuff, and in this box I have my chainsaw and fluids. Now the top of this rack, on this side at least, hinges up so I can reach those fluids easier. Originally I designed it for my spare tire to slide under there, and it fit, but just barely. I was worried that the latch on the hatch would wear out over time. This setup has really served me well, giving me plenty of storage space. All my gear goes down here, and then I have all sorts of room up here for, lawn chairs, coolers, whatever. The rack itself is really sturdy in there, and it's held on by these turnbuckles. I also have a fire extinguisher mounted. This has been the perfect setup for me, but like I said, it will no longer fit once I put in the sport cage. So let's check out the next storage solution. Here's what it looks like empty. As you can see, it pretty much doubles the space of the rear cargo area. All right, on to the next storage solution, and that would be a drawer. Now this happened to be the top piece to a storage cabinet we had laying around the shop. The bottom end was rusted. I got thinking one day, so I cut this top off, tried it in the Jeep, and it fit. Now it doesn't exactly fit all my gear. I lost my chainsaw, so I decided I will be getting a waterproof chainsaw bag so I can carry it on the roof. And I also had to relocate my recovery bag. I put that behind the driver's seat, wedged in between the front and rear seat, which I like that idea anyway. The few times I've had to use my recovery gear, it's been a pain to get back here. The tire carrier I have isn't exactly user-friendly. So let's check it out. There's still a lot of space on top of this drawer, so realistically I could still carry my chainsaw inside, and I could put my recovery gear on top of this drawer. I drill holes along the side so that I could put bungee cords or ratchet straps on. I added these little latches. I think they look cool and they serve a purpose, otherwise the drawer would be rattling around. So inside you'll see I still have all my fluids except for the 2 gallons of water, which is another thing I decided to get, will be a Rotopax water container, and I'll mount that on the roof rack. Here's my miscellaneous bag. I carry ratchet straps in there, some spare parts, and I also put my hitch in there when I'm not using it. My airbag with my tire patch kit, my Viair pump, and then my tools. Now everything seems to be pretty sturdy so far. Kind of impressed with that because it was a cheaper drawer. I relocated the fire extinguisher to the spare tire location. There's metal behind this right here, but I'll have to relocate that again when I do get the sport cage because it comes down right there. Now off to the right of the drawer, I was able to fit my chairs, and I have a little cubby down here, and then 2 water jugs back there. Now for when we're going camping, this is how it will look back here. I'm going to store the chairs, the cots, and then we can put our sleeping bags and clothes and stuff on top of that and throw a ratchet strap over, and everything will be nice and secure. Now there is some space underneath the drawer, so I was able to store my high lift base plate under there, some bolt cutters, it's come in handy sometimes, and then my little axe. Now another benefit is that I think there will be enough room between the drawer and the rear seat that I will be able to store things like my spare axle shafts. As you can see, that's where I put my recovery bag, and then the cooler will probably be stored up here as well. And then we have to have enough room on this side for a car seat. So tell me what you think. Did you prefer the rack or the drawer system? Personally, I really loved the rack. I built it myself. I spent a lot of time on it. I was really proud of it. Not only that, but it suited my needs. I had plenty of storage space. I had plenty of space on top. Going into the future, that rack won't work anymore with that roll cage that I will be getting. Now, I really do like the drawer system. I think it looks cool. There's still plenty of space back here. It's just a little bit different than with the rack. There's different usable space. So long term, we'll see how I like it. Maybe I will build a different rack when I get the cage in that's different dimensions. Or maybe I'll find ways to improve on the drawer system. Overall, I think both systems will work great. I hope this video gave you some ideas on how to outfit your Jeep. And as always, thank you for watching.